Hello, I am Archivist Zarin, and welcome to my study. And today, we are once more back to some Minecraft. So, I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be building today, but I'm hoping to get the second floor of the inn here done, which shouldn't take too long, hopefully. And I'm hoping to get some more work done here, where there needs to be the windows up near the top of the wall. There needs to be some rafters up at the top. So just smaller kind of modifications, not really much to do there. And then I'm also going to need to work heavily on embellishment and everything, because the bare bones of these buildings aren't exactly all that fancy just yet. But I'm sure it'll get there. But we got, let's see, which shulker has the stuff? It's this one. I brought the shulker full of wood, so because most of the buildings around here are primarily wood. Oh, Sophia, thank you for the follow. But let's see, we're gonna probably just take some wood and get started. I made some oak fence gates for the windows because, you know, glass wasn't really something that common buildings had back in the day. So if I were to put glass in the windows, it would not be very accurate. But let's start trying to make this. I don't think the second floor needs to be all that big, especially because the inn isn't really supposed to be any bigger than the building next to it. So that's probably fine. It's still so weird that I can jump up 3 blocks now. That jump boost is kind of overpowered, I must say. And let's see. Is this in the middle? I don't think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if it's 13, then 6. Yeah, so this would be the middle, which is kind of weird because it's, you know, uneven. Because there's a stairwell on this side, and this room is 1 block bigger. So they're never really going to be that even. Unless I made this room 1 block smaller to put the wall in the middle there, but I don't think that would work. I'm doing quite well, and I am not very new to streaming. I've been streaming for... Hey, how long has it been now? Like, a few months? At least 3 or 4 months now? Let's see. We don't need dark oak. We need to get spruce planks. I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have many of those, so we'll need to make some more. But yeah, as far as I know, more common windows back in these days would be like wooden shutters more than anything, rather than like a full glass window. Because the shutters would still make it so you could actually, you know, open and close the window, and it would block most of the airflow when you don't need a draft inside. But it doesn't require a more advanced material such as glass. That would probably be very expensive. Let's see, what should the windows be like? Probably just at eye height. 2 across would probably be fine. Man, this room is gonna be very small. Maybe because I'm not having rooms on this side, I should just elongate it. So we would have the wall here. And then we would move out. I just need to go grab more cobblestone. Because the hallway's too wide. So it'd be like that. I need to go grab more cobblestone. I took all my shulkers back to the base. Okay, I guess we could just mine more cobblestone. There's plenty of areas around here to do that. And Sophia, thank you for the offer, but I am not exactly looking for more assets right now. Let's see, I knew there was... I guess over here is the only place that it's really open to rock face. I've already smoothed out the rest of them. Alright, but that should be enough. I think 45, 47 cobblestone, that should be plenty, I think. We're just using it for some simple outlining, so... Let's see. So here, I think the door was going to be here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Once again, it's hard to move things from real-world scale into, you know, Minecraft scale. Because a bed, in real life... I mean, I guess some beds are 2 meters long. But I don't think most beds are, right? I don't know, I guess I haven't really been going around measuring beds very often. Well, let's go grab some beds, because that's the next step. I think we need about 6. Do I have any beds? Bed. Not equals bed. Oh, we have exactly 1 bed. Wasn't that delightful? And what color would I want them to be? What color beds are there? I don't know, I usually just have a white bed. I don't normally dye them. So let's see what kind of bed would work best. Probably the gray or light gray one. Probably light gray. Yeah, so how would I get those? I need wool, which I guess I could go visit Morg's place for wool. Oh, I also have... I have shears, don't I? I think I do. They wouldn't be in here. They'd be in with the tools. No, I must have used them on something. I mean, that's probably fine. We just need... It's just 2 iron. That's not really breaking the bank at all. We'll just take one of these. I do have some sheep back at my first base, but I don't think there's nearly enough of them. And actually... Do we have wheat in here? Or no, I guess I don't have wheat here. I don't really keep any plants at this base, so I'll need to go to the communal farm, which I can just fly there. And then we'll take a handful of wheat from that so we can breed the sheep that are existing at my base. Man, how high is the sugarcane? Well, it reaches, I think this is the limit, at 319, approximately. From about 196. Oh, no. That's not good. I've never been here in the winter. Of course, all the interior, you know, things are saved from freezing, but the upper ones are not. So that's a bit of a problem. We'll just ignore it and hope that it doesn't cause any issues. Alright, the wheat level. Grab some wheat. And then we can go down, because there's teleporty-doo right here. I don't remember how many sheep I had. I don't think it was many. I have a nice amount of cows. But yeah, not many sheep. Only 3. That is a problem. But now we have 4. So how would I get light gray wool? Or not wool. Well, I am trying to get light gray wool, but how would I get light gray dye to make light gray wool? Is the real question. Because I don't know what kind of plant makes light gray dye. I'll need to look that up. Is it gray with an E? No, it's gray with a A. Let's see. I just want the dye. Where's the dye? Here it is. Tassel. Light gray snowbell. Daisies. Do I have any of these? I don't remember. There's so many flowers in these mods that these kind of just look very similar to a lot of other mods I have. Are they these? Oh yeah, I have millions of those. Okay, well those are back at my main base, I believe. I could also make wool out of string, and I have a lot of string, I think. I've been collecting a lot of it, so I should have a good amount stockpiled. But first, let's just do wool. Okay, so we already have a good amount of wool here. And then, yeah, literally just as many daisies as we could ever need. Very nice. Oh, so do we want to dye the wool or do we want to dye the beds? Because if you go here, can it be, yeah, it can be made either way. So I would say it would probably be best to make the beds out of the white wool. Let's see. Plank, what kind of planks do we have? We're not using rubber, so we're just going to be turning these into beds. There we go. And then we have to turn the beds to light gray beds. So I can just do this. There we go. Get rid of all this, because who needs it? Oh, we should probably put the wheat back at some point. Put these back. Throw yet another damaged bow into there. That's fine. I'll clean it out later. First, let's go back to the farm, put the wheat back. And then back to where we were supposed to be. Over here. And at least it's not snowing anymore, because that would have made it quite a bit harder to build. Okay, so then we need some beds. There we go. And we have 2 extras. We'll need a third one, I think. These will go down here. I guess they should go over here, because they're normally supposed to be on this wall, but that would kind of make the doorway a bit cramped if they were just right there. So Minecraft-wise, it would be best to place them over here. And we can put a 1-block window just in there. And we can see how this looks shutters-wise. I guess it works. It is not preferable, but I don't think you can have, like, sideways closing trapdoors. I mean, maybe you can. I'm just not sure about that. but it works well enough. We'll just stick with it for now until I can think of a better option. And then we need wood to replace this cobblestone, because that's not what the final thing's supposed to look. I already have wood. Why am I down here? Then we fill all that in. And I'm going to need lighting for this whole place at a certain point, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I'm doing for lighting. So we'll just procrastinate on that even longer. I'm thinking probably candles, but I don't know how much light a lit candle in this game actually gives off and how many I would need to fill up this whole area. So that's gonna be an interesting dilemma. But finally we're enclosing the upper floor, which is very nice. Because yeah, this has just been completely open for like 2 streams now. And that's not very good. Very drafty. I don't know, I don't think I should put the ceiling on just yet until I figure out lighting, or else enemies will just be spawning upstairs as well as downstairs. So then for this... You know, I keep thinking that the waystone is some kind of like illager because of its coloration, and I keep thinking the horse is a sheep. So my brain just like looks over here and keeps thinking I see 2 things of interest, but not really. So where's the middle here? I'm guessing about there. So let's... Yeah, it looks like the middle. Be like that. Possibly. Let's see, can I get up into the window? It almost looks like I can jump up into it. Oh, I can't. Oh. Oh well. Let's just place the gates. I did it. Okay. Yeah, because these window, or this window, normally there's a window on the back wall, but I added these rooms back here, which aren't, I don't think are supposed to go all the way up. Anyways, that's just how I built it. But we're still going to put the windows in the very back here, if I can line them up. So it's just 1 block from the top. And then I can't place those from there. That is unfortunate. And it places these completely wrong. There we go. And then this I should probably actually finish up, because I never actually finished this entire wall here. And of course, to keep it accurate, because there's supposed to be a window in this wall as well. Nope. It's very hard to place these when you have the jump boost. Alright, we need just one more from somewhere. We'll make another one later. And then we'll have the door just be here. And then we'll have stairs here that lead down to the lower area. Okay. Need to fill in wherever we messed up over here. Okay. I still don't know what the floor down here is exactly going to look like. I know I'm not keeping it just the baseline stone. That's true. I could have a loft up here. That would increase storage. Let's see. So that would be just like probably on this level. I want that block. There we go. Because that leaves plenty of height here. But there's also plenty of height up there, and that gives a good height for the windows to be. I would need ladders to get up and down to it, though. Because I would just have a stairway. Oh, great. It's nighttime again. Oh, boy. Let's see if we can't find... Oh, I don't even need the... I don't need the sleeping bag anymore, because there's just a actual bed here. Isn't that refreshing? Of course, the creepers aren't gonna go away. They never do. Okay, we needed ladders, which I don't think I brought any sticks with us. So we're just gonna need to make some sticks, which is a bit inefficient, but that's fine. Let's take some dark oak and do that. Six should probably, yeah, it was only a 4-block tall building, so it shouldn't take more than 4 ladders. Let's have the ladder just right across from the doorway. There we go. That's a nice loft. Get more storage up here. And this, because we haven't actually cleared the back of the area, it just looks like it's almost a ground level window, but it very much is not. Yeah, those do not bounce you very high. I was hoping I could just jump onto them and then bounce up to here, but that did not work at all. There's a lot of buildings left to do. The blacksmith will probably be the easiest one, because it has this big outdoor area, so it'll just be this kind of one interior area and then the outside forging space. Everything else, though, is going to be pretty difficult because they're all actually going to require furnishing, which is never easy. So let's get... would it be spruce or dark oak? Probably spruce. Let's get spruce wood. I'll need to... What would that be called? Just shelves? Or these? Yeah, I think these are the ones I was thinking of. And then spruce, so that's... Oh, that's ectoplasm. And it's part of bewitchment. Interesting. I was gonna go to the woodcutter table thing, because these are from furnish, so I kind of assumed that would be the same thing. But no. Alright, well we have ectoplasm, right? Not on us, but we have it. Just back at the base. Is that just for one? I didn't look at the recipe. It better not just be for one, because I don't have that much ectoplasm. I guess I have enough. So let's turn you guys all into slabs. Turn the slabs in with the ectoplasms. Yeah, it is just 1 per 6 slabs. That is the least efficient recipe I've ever seen in my life. It's like if the stairs recipe only gave you 1 step per 6. Yeah, per 6 wood. That would be a bit ridiculous. So what do these look like? Yeah, they're good. There we go. That's approximately how it's supposed to be. Okay. And yes, that was the only thing that I needed all those shelves for. So then we need to, I guess, finish this up. Three high is probably good. No, that's not 3 high. We need to increase the height over here and over here. You know, I don't know why or how she manages to do it, but even when I've been keeping my door closed at night, the cat still manages to wake me up multiple, well, maybe not multiple times, but at least once throughout the night. It's like, why? Why would you do such a thing to me? I've literally closed the door. How are you still affecting me in such a way? Because last night, she just decided that it would be a great idea at 5:30 in the morning to scratch on the door and try to get me to let her in. It's like, no. I closed the door to keep you out. What are you doing? Like, specifically so you wouldn't do this exact thing. Why is it that nothing I do seems to help with that? She's a menace, I tell you. Alright, so that is technically completed. We're gonna need to go and get... I keep teleporting back and forth because I keep thinking of new things I need to get. I might need to jump by the skeleton farm in a few more runs just to get some more levels. So we need candles. Don't have a ton of candles. That should be enough. Throw all those rest of this stuff in there. Oh, and do these need to be lit? Probably. We have a flint and steel. No, we don't. We have infinite fire charges, I think, but I don't really want to use them on this. There we go, get a flint and steel that we're totally not going to use for arson. Because I don't even think we could use it for arson. They think that we have fire tick off. Which is good, because if... Yeah, I probably wouldn't be building all of these entirely wood buildings if I felt that they could just be lit on fire. Wow. Okay, that is, Is it just because I have night vision? Nope. That is literally just the smallest amount of light I have ever seen come off of something. Which is so unrealistic. I mean, candles, sure, they're not the most powerful source of light, but at the same time, they aren't weak. And yes, that candle is supposed to just be on the ground. That's not a lighting candle, exactly. Like, have you ever seen in like a blackout how bright a candle really is when there's no other light around? It can like dimly light up an entire room. And it's not exactly light that you should be reading by, but it's enough light that you can see what you're doing and what's around you. So it's kind of insultingly dim to just have it be, with monocle or without it, just utterly... I don't know, maybe there's light pollution coming in from here? Maybe now it'll be... Nope. It literally just makes the top of the candle lighter and nothing else. As opposed to... I guess this one also has light pollution. As opposed to this, like, I could barely even tell that this is an unlit candle. Because it's just, there's such a tiny, minuscule difference. That is kind of ridiculous. Let's put this back on. Why must you be so dim? Okay. But I guess they never really made it to be a light source. They just made it so that you could put it next to an enchanting table or something. So what else do we need? We need an actual light source. What are we going to use as a light source in these buildings? I guess lanterns? But we probably want to light up the entire thing. I don't know. I mean, I would like to just have the buildings not lit up. There were those special torches. What were those special torches? Are there any difference in these? Oh, there are. Okay, then. So the diamond torch stops monsters from spawning in 64 blocks. Whereas the emerald one stops creatures from spawning in 128 blocks. What's the difference? What's the difference between monster and creature? I assume creature is just like friendly mobs, and monsters are, you know, unfriendly mods or mobs. So I guess we're gonna need to go make some of those torches. Because I don't really want to have really any kind of lighting inside the buildings, because they're not really supposed to be lit like that, and especially not with torches, which are very, very historically inaccurate, as has been, you know, spoken on time and time again. So I don't really need to throw my hat into that argument. Everyone already knows that torches don't work like they do in movies and stuff. So let's just grab 4 of these. Because I think each one said they were 64 block radius. And if I just kind of put those at each corner of the village, that should, in theory, block out all mob spawns within the entirety of the village. So like if I put one over here, one over here, one over here, and lastly, just one over in this corner here. in theory, I mean, 64 blocks is a pretty large radius. So that should prevent mob spawns in the entirety of the village. Where did you come from? He could have spawned before I placed the torch, but who knows? We'll have to see if that works. Because I am not so sure about that. But it is nice that we have a option that may or may not work for disabling mob spawns without just having to light everything up perfectly. There's another skeleton head. Why is it so common to find skeleton heads, and yet not so common to find any other head in the game? Okay, this guy just came out of here. I don't think that he's been spawned in right here. I would have seen him. Let me fly away a bit. Because, you know, mobs can't spawn if you're just right on top of them. Just hide out on top of these trees and see if these torches work. Because there's this guy, but I think he was here earlier. But I'm very far away. You can feel free to spawn over there if you want. I'm seeing nothing. So I'm gonna assume that they're working at least to some small degree. Hello, enemies? Oh, there's nothing in here. That's surprising. Yeah, no, the entire place is clear. That's good. Seems like the torch's influence covers inside areas as well. So it's not actually like a lighting thing, it's just literally it just prevents mobs from spawning near it. Which, you know, if I did the math, 4 of these is probably a bit overkill. But that's fine. Hi, pig. You know, I just needed to cover all the bases, make sure that the entire place was going to be protected. So now we got... Maybe I should turn these foundations into actual wood. I have plenty of wood for it. Really? Every time. It always digs too far down. Like, why would you do that? At least because the shovel has less range, it's a bit easier to control. I think we need to mine under this as well. Not that far under it. We'll just get all this set up in here. Just so things can look a bit more civilized and a bit less just empty foundations. And then we'll do the regular corner pieces. And get one layer of spruce at the bottom. And then, of course, this doesn't really need to be here. We'll just temporarily have that, because this is going to be like another counter, so it doesn't really need to be cobblestone right now. But yeah, that looks a lot better. It looks a lot more like a house in progress rather than just a random shape of cobblestone in the ground. We'll just continue this with all the blueprints we've set down, so they can all look at least somewhat worked on. Once again, place these at the... We ran out of logs, okay. Place those at the corners. I think... I'm trying to remember which houses are supposed to be of which type. Because I think... Like, this one's going to be a 2-story house, so this one is wood. And I think this one is a wattle and daub house, so we're going to not put down the spruce wood outlining. And we're going to need to get wattle and daub, which I think required clay, which is not too hard to get, I don't think. Make sure we actually clear out the floor so we remember what the outline of the house looks like. And then fill all this in. And we ran out of wood again. Man, how do we keep running out of wood? It's almost like we're using it for things. There's that. Then we do the corners again. Get rid of all this cobblestone. This one I think should also be wood. Because most of the houses in the town are wood. Only the fancier ones are not. That one doesn't need to be. And we're out of those now. I'm probably going to need to go chop down another forest just to continue building at a certain point. Now for the big one. Yeah, this house is definitely a lot bigger than the others. But that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, not all houses are built the same size. Unless you live in a suburban neighborhood where all the houses literally look the same. Then they're probably about the same size. But back in the day, they didn't really have those kinds of settlements where everything just looked exactly the same. Although, I don't know, maybe in, like, larger cities, they would have wide-scale, like, housing projects, and then it might actually all look pretty similar. I'm not sure. And, you know, building this whole area... Oh, it's snowy now. Oh, that's just great. Building this whole area has really made me want to get back to the... You know, the idea of coding a game. But at the same time, that is a lot easier said than done. And I keep, like, delaying on getting started on the main project, because I feel like I always need to get better before I can start on it. But at the same time, I know that it's not like, you know, making a game is a lot different than writing a book. You know, when I want to be writing my book, I want to be as good at writing as possible. But when it comes to coding a game, it is a lot less about skill and a lot more about just perseverance. Because anything I want to do, I could just look up how to do it. And I would probably find some videos with basic concepts that let me do the things I want to do. So in the end, I just need to put enough time into it that I actually get it done, or at least get it to a prototype phase. You know, I don't expect to finish the entire game in one go, but if I could make, like, a demo at the very least, that could kind of show off what I'm envisioning, I think that would be good. It's just I need to work at it for long enough without restarting to actually get to that point, which is the hard part. Because, yeah, whenever I'm new to something, I end up, like, progressing at it so quickly that by the time I've finished a big part of the project, everything else that came before it becomes obsolete. And that's kind of an issue. Because you don't really want half of the code to be correct and the other half to be completely obsolete. That's not how it works. You could either update the code, or if it's easier, you just restart. Which a lot of the time, it's easier to restart than to update all the early code, because you're pretty much rewriting all of it anyways. But then you get all bummed out because you had to restart all your progress, so then you never end up actually finishing it because you know, get out of the mood for the coding before it's done. And then by the time you get back, you've forgotten everything you were doing, so you can't just, like, pick it back up where it was. It is the unfortunate reality. Parts of the smithy will be stone, but the interior parts won't exactly be. One sec, let me just finish up the floor. Because once again, this is both a smithy and a house, so the smithing area will be out here with, like, the anvil, grindstone, stuff like that. And then there'll probably be a stone section inside as well, with, like, kilns and stuff, maybe over in this section. Or probably here. I don't know, I'll need to figure that out. But then there'll just be an exit out to here to use the anvil and stuff. Or I'll just have the kilns out here as well. We'll see what happens. And then the interior needs to also be like a house. So that's why it's all wood flooring in there when it'll be stone and, you know, stone flooring out here. We can get rid of, because most of it will be wood, so we'll get rid of all of this around the outside, but we'll keep the big cobblestone platform. Though I think I might change it to, like, I don't know, maybe stone brick for this, but for now the whatever still works perfectly fine, I think. Cobblestone, that's the word I was thinking of. That's not where I wanted to place it. And you just jump way too high. Like if you try to place something below you at the height of the jump, you just jump so high that it's out of reach. That's not good. That's where the doorway is supposed to be. There we go. And then there's just this one left, approximately. Then there's also the fishery, which this wasn't even like the full blueprint. This was the first one I put down, and I just put like a bit of a general square where I thought it would be. But I'm gonna need to go and revise that at some point. Get all this filled in. Like so. And we don't have any more of that. Okay. That's fine. There's no storage over there. That's fine. Oh, hey, another ghost. Give me your ectoplasm. Thank you. We also have so much of this other stuff that we need to get rid of here. Okay, and then we needed more dark oak just to finish off the floor over here. And then we need to get the walls out of here. There's a huge difference, sadly, in knowing the exact like game mechanics you want to make and actually being able to implement them. Because when it comes down to it, I know exactly what mechanics I want to be in there, but getting them all actually implemented is a much, much different task. But at the same time, I also know that I should probably be working on writing words rather than writing code. But I also kind of just need to follow what I feel like I can do at the time. And if I feel like coding, that's kind of what I just need to do. So if I try to fight against that, usually bad things occur. Alright, there we go. We have successfully transformed most of the outlines in the town. A lot of lightning happening off in that direction. Not sure why, but hopefully nothing too bad is happening. Yeah, and no mobs are spawning. That is wondrous. We actually got a lot done already. Because, you know, just replacing all the little... whatever you call the foundations with the wood definitely makes the whole place look a bit more... just a bit more polished. Of course, they're all actually going to be buildings eventually, but... you know, just temporarily having them look a bit... you know, better and less of an eyesore is definitely a good thing. Here we still need one fence gate for up there. We still need to replace the entire flooring down under here with something. Whatever I figure out I'm going to be putting in there. Oh, that's cool. Got a nice ray tracing there. Even got like the shadow moving down through the pool. That's very nice. I still don't know why or how Minecraft is like one of the best looking games when it comes to shaders. At least compared to like how it looks normally versus how it looks with shaders. Like just the lighting effects and everything make it look so much better. Of course, I guess you could also do the same thing to Skyrim, but really, if you put any mods into Skyrim, it makes it unstable. Speaking of which, I'm gonna need to figure out my exact mod list for Skyrim and get that going. I don't know if I want to put in any other mods, or even I should probably take out some mods. But who knows? And I need to test it because it becomes unstable if you do anything wrong with the mod list. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing next. I'm just wandering around looking at things. And I should probably get started on the field, but I need to actually like cut out a lot of hills, and I've been procrastinating on that. You know, I evened out this one hill over on this side, and then I just stopped trying to do any landscaping because there's still that side and this side that need to be done. I've just not been getting around to it. Oh, I should go check my shop real quick while I contemplate what else I'm supposed to be building right now. Just go check that the shop is still stocked and everything. All the lights are on. That's a good sign. Let's check if there have been any purchases. Maybe not, but it's good to check periodically anyways. Nope. No signs that a purchase has gone through on any of them. So we should still have plenty of them in each, which is good because I won't have to go and restock them then for quite some time. Unless someone comes through and all of a sudden needs like 10 beacons, because I don't think I even have 10 nether stars in there, so that would be an issue. But other than that, it's probably fine. Yeah, their shop is certainly looking a lot better than mine. What the heck even are half of those materials? Actually, what are all of those materials? I don't recognize any of them. Except that I think that's red stained glass panes. But other than that, it's like I think everything else here is modded. Or maybe maybe these are like a type of terracotta? I don't know. And then there's mine, just very basic. I haven't even finished the second floor or put a roof on it yet. I was just like, yeah, I need a shell so that I can put these things in here. I've always been a more effectiveness based person rather than a looks based person. Let's go to the skeleton farm. Let's see, is the light on? It is. Let's turn that off. We need to get a few more levels just to continue being able to teleport around like we've been. And really, we don't need many. I think this alone might be enough. It gets us up to 22. We could probably get a bit more. Up to like 30. Because then we could teleport around 30 times, technically. Okay, that's enough. Then what are we doing? I don't know. Really, all I had planned was to finish up the rest of... Oh, we need to add the rafters up here. So that's spruce logs, probably. We need more of those. Running out pretty quickly. But that's fine. So we'll put them on this level. Just kind of get some cross beams going through. So that's one block away from the edge. So let's get this as well. And how many blocks is this? And do we want two or one spanning across it? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if we want one across it, then it would just be there. Which is probably for the best. Then we can build across that. So I have noticed, I'm not sure why this is, but I've noticed that throughout my life, a lot of the things that I end up liking, not many other people like. Like most of the stuff I end up enjoying is not a very popular option. Such as, I think the game that I enjoyed most in my childhood on, I think it was original Xbox. It was a game called Grab by the Ghoulies, and it was probably still one of my favorite Xbox games because it had kind of an amazing soundtrack, had pretty fun mechanics. It was kind of just a beat 'em up kind of thing, and you know, it had a decent storyline and everything. It was a good game. But then everywhere I see, it's like nobody else seems to have really liked the game because it seemed like a lot of people were taking it as a horror game when, I mean, that's like, I don't know, that I guess that's kind of like, I haven't even played this game, but it's kind of like trying to say that, what is it, like Crypt of the Necrodancer or something is bad because it isn't a good horror game. It's like, just because there's a necromancer and it doesn't make it a horror game per se. Same with Grab by the Ghoulies. It was never supposed to really be a horror game, I don't think. It was just like a goofy, horror-themed beat 'em up, you know? And yet everyone's just like, man, this is like not scary at all, and I do not like it. It's like, bro, it's not supposed to be scary. What are you doing? why do you try to frame it like that? But that's a game that I definitely want to play at a certain point. But that'll entail me getting a, I don't know, like a system set up where I can move the visual and audio output of the Xbox itself into my computer to go through my streaming software. Because I have no idea how you could stream from an original Xbox unless it's like somehow being rerouted through the computer. I don't know exactly how that all works, but hopefully if I can get that all set up and get my Xbox set up right around here, then I could play any and all of my old Xbox games that I enjoy on stream, which would be very fun. Although there'd probably be like a slight delay on my inputs because of the convoluted setup it would require. But I do hope that I can get that set up at some point, because that would be very nice. So I could play Grab by the Ghoulies on stream to the, I'm sure, very large audience that is here to watch that. Because an old game that I have said most reviews I've seen of it say that they hate it, is totally going to be a popular game to stream, I'm sure. But I think I need to end this stream early because I'm like, my brain is drawing a blank. Like, there's still plenty to do here, like a bunch of buildings to be made. There's this entire square to be filled in. It's not a square, but you get it. It's like a town square, isn't exactly square. It's that's what I mean. And there's a lot still to do, a lot of embellishment, but my brain is just drawing a complete blank. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe the cat was waking me up throughout the night and I just don't remember very much because I am a bit tired. So we're gonna leave that at that. Next time I'll probably try to work on embellishment if I'm, awake enough to actually know what interior design is, because most of the time I'm not. And, interior design isn't really my forte anyways. I definitely go for more, as I said, like functional and large projects rather than embellished and fancy projects. Like Morg can make a really nice looking house, and then I'm just over here making a really plain looking giant tower. And it's just like, sure, my tower is like 3 times the size of the house, but has a quarter of the detail. It's just, I don't know which one's better. Same with these. It's like, these are both pretty large, and at least for me, they hold a lot of like book significance where I can envision the stories that play out here in my own mind. Thus, it gives value and embellishment to it for me. But if you're just looking at it Minecraft-wise, it's like, man, these places are really plain. And, I don't even have roofs on them yet, which I need to get around to. And they have, like, no depth, because I don't know how to do that. So, I don't know. I just go for big projects, not fancy ones. But it doesn't need to look fancy. I just need to do things to the best of my ability, because I can't really do anything other than that. If I was trying to do things to the best of Morg's ability, I would be completely out of my field right there. So anyways, I'm just gonna leave that there. A bit of a short stream, but I was planning on it being a shorter stream, and we did, to be fair, get quite a bit done in that short amount of time, with the back wall, the loft, these things, the rafters, these, finished the entire second floor there and replaced all those. So just overall completion wise, I made quite a bit of progress, but we're still gonna need quite a lot of work on this. I'm hoping to just get like one good day and be able to finish 90% of this in just like single 5-hour stream or something someday, but who knows. I am gonna be, we're gonna be pressing some buttons that do things on this thing. Yes. And that, as you can see, that is the thing that it did. So, yes, I'll be going, because I don't even think that half of what I'm saying is making any sense. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, which would be Monday, because it's Saturday, right? It is Saturday, right? I need to check. Yes, it is Saturday. Nice. I remembered a thing. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. I don't know what I'll be doing. Maybe Skyrim. I was planning to test the Skyrim mod set over the weekend, which is just, you know, it's just Sunday. But tomorrow I'll test out that entire thing, and then hopefully on Monday I might start that. Who knows? Or I'll be playing more Minecraft. It depends on what I feel like. So yeah, see you guys Monday. Goodbye.